So we're learning about outreach now. This is the fun part about business. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna recap from last time so we can start. There are two types of people in this world. What types? People who know you and who don't know you.
Yeah. Yeah, we went over this the first time. Yeah.
All right. And what is the goal?
Getting people to know you.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So we always want to start with people who you know, and then we move from there after you get rid of all the people that you know to the people that don't know, right? So how do we figure out who do we know? Well, we have a phone contact list. We have social media followers, right? We have friends. We have family. We have well, that's family. Okay, and that's pretty much it. You have your email list, your phone list, all the contacts you have, all the social media followers, your friends and your family. That's about it. If you can figure out anybody else, like mutuals, right? We're gonna put that in there. That would work too. Once you clear out all of that, which won't take very long, I can guarantee you it's going to be less than 1,000 people. Then we move on to the people who don't know you. And that is 8 billion. So, it's time to get busy. We have to start filtering 8 billion people out to figure out who knows you, right? So we have the entire population of the human existence, 8 billion, of people who don't know you. I don't even know what the population is. I think it's 8 billion.
Is that about 8 billion now?
Yeah. So we'll do 8 billion plus or minus. Now, let's say that you only work with women. That's half. So this is men, and this is women. So great, now we're down to like 4 billion. Let's say that we only work with people in America. That's
150 million. Because it's cut out the men.
Yeah. 150 million. So, oh shit. Yeah.
To cut out the population
of the men, right?
In America, they have.
Yeah.
150.
Yeah, 150 million. Then we're only going to actually focus on people in New York, which is like 8 million, but we have to divide that in half, so it's 4 million. Right? Population in New York is like 9,000, or 9 million, sorry. Population in New York, right? So we have, this is USA, this is the gender.
Yeah, amen, you're right.
Then this is New York, right? Then we say we're only going to focus on the populace within New York City. So now we're down to what? 3 million.
And then certain age.
Yeah, age. Okay. So age, right? Let's just say 18 to 25.
That's like, what, 1 million-ish?
Maybe like 500,000. Okay, this is how we start to really narrow down what the hell is going on and who we're going to target. And then this is the people we talk to. And how do we talk to them? Well, we have basically a few different ways. We can talk to them. This is warm outreach. These are the people that you do know, so we can't say that warm outreach works. By the way, if you don't know what this is, all the frameworks I've been using, Alex Hermosi, so thank you very much. I feel very connected. My name is Alex Davis. His name is Alex Hermosi. But this is the core 4 activities. You have cold outreach, you have free content, and you have paid content, right? So this is what you're going to spend every waking moment of your existence doing from this moment forward. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to do cold what? Cold call, cold email, and cold message.
Yeah.
Free content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, paid ads on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, right? And I'm gonna eliminate this because you're probably like, I have a lot of shit to do. You're going to get to this one. Actually, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money until you get to this one. But you have to start somewhere else first, and we're gonna start with the free stuff. because this is just ridiculous,
You can start with the
right?
DMs.
I would start with the DMs. Most people don't like to talk to cameras. Most people don't like to make content. Most people don't have editors or time to sit down and edit. Content is also very hard to go viral. I know because I've been doing it for 7 years. So we're not gonna focus on this. We're only gonna focus on this one right here. So we're gonna find out where these 500,000 people live, and we're gonna figure out what their names are, what their phone numbers are, what their emails are, and what their social media platforms are, so we can contact them. The first thing we can do is build a lead list, right? This is a lead list.
Google Sheets.
Google Sheets, right? With Google, right? And this is good review for .csv files. This is going to be name, email, social media platform, boom, 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 even phone number, and you can just cold call all the way down. That's the first one. Then the second one's social media, which is the one that we're going to focus on. Social media, and the last one is Google. Good old-fashioned Google. So we do Facebook groups. And the last one is Google. Now, I'm telling you, I've done all of these. The one that's the easiest is going to be social media. The one that is going to make the most money is Google. The one that is the stupidest is lead lists. I don't know why you guys use lead lists. I don't really know why you spend money on lead generators or why you spend time building these things or why you buy them, because they're useless. I have an app called Targetron, which can create lead lists instantly. And I'm going to build you a lead list like today. And it's going to have 4,000 people in it. And I can do that in a matter of seconds because I have a lifetime membership to Targetron, which is a lead generator. That's because I know the owner of the application. So, but a lot of people don't have access to that type of stuff. Google. This is like a lead list, but better, more accurate, more up to date, with more information on it. The hours of the business, the name and the number of the people calling. And you guys are probably like, all right, well, I'm going to call on Google, but the first thing I'm going to hit are what? Gatekeepers.
That is the owner.
Right? You can't make money off the gatekeepers. You have to make money off the owner or the decision maker. So we have to figure out how to get through that. And we also have to figure out how to contact people on Facebook groups. And then that will conclude the video. So we'll come down here. You guys can take a photo of this. You can take a photo if you want. I'm going to sit and talk for a second. Generally speaking, when you are actually going ahead and doing outreach, the math. Yael, do you know what the math is for conversions on outreach?
Conversions on outreach?
Yeah, like conversion from a cold person to a deal, like how many you would need to convert?
How many you would need to convert one client?
Yeah. Let's say I talk to 100 people.
You could have said like
How many appointments would I get from this?
8,
Like 2.
Yeah. And how many deals would I get?
1.
Yeah. So that would be a percentage of how many, like what's the close percentage on that?
2%.
Well, 2% appointment and then
Right.
1%, 1% close. For those analytical people out there that love numbers and math and things that actually don't matter right now because you're not with a big enough data set, I will still teach you some numbers. So you guys take a photo of that. That's great. Let's say you can post it in the group. The editor can post it up on the screen so you guys can actually get information. Here we go. So out of every 100 people that you talk to, you can close one deal if you're good. This means that every single day, if you want to close one client a day, you have to talk to 100 people. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to copy and paste a text message to 100 people than it is to call 100 people. I can tell you that it's easier to close 100 people on a call than it is to copy and paste text messages. So the point of this is the people at this stage that have listened all the way here and have gotten this information. You cannot have an excuse at this point for why you're not going to be successful because you know what to do. The people who aren't successful and don't know what to do are stupid because they don't know what to do. But you do know what to do, so there's no excuse anymore. Somebody who says, like, I don't have an agency and I can't be successful, I don't know what to do. That's not you anymore. You've moved from the bucket of not knowing to knowing. You know what people who actually have brains and balls do at this point? They go from knowing to doing, to getting, to teaching, right?
Learn.
And then to earning. Earning actually probably happens here. You can make a little bit of money here, you can get a little bit more here, you can make a lot more here, and then you just shit right here, right? Boom. But I know a lot of people are going to say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to make it really easy and make it almost impossible for you to make an excuse. So, number one, you can say, I don't have time. I don't know, I don't have time, all this shit. Yeah, it's like, do you want to do it or not? And the best way that I've learned about this, right, is deprivation. We are motivated proportionally to the deprivation that the issue has caused us. We eat food when we are hungry. We go to bed when we are tired. We drink water when we are thirsty, but in direct proportion to how much of the deprivation we have. If we're really thirsty, we're going to drink a lot of water. And here's another little graph for you guys if you guys like this shit. Everything is in marginal decline. When you first start drinking water when you're thirsty, your happiness and the utility equals happiness, but in economics we call it utility. It's called marginal utility actually, right? It starts up here. But if you keep drinking water, and you keep drinking water, you're going to get full eventually, which means that the happiness and the utility that you get from this water goes down every single time. And what humans do is they will start something and they'll feel really good about it, then they'll stop. They'll stop here. And then what they'll do is they'll start something new here, and then they'll drop again. And then they'll start something new here, and then they'll drop again. And if you actually have the balls, some people like stay on this train, and they hit this part, and then they go down. And then they start something new, and then they go down. And then eventually 5-10 years down the line, you're like, where the fuck is my life going? I don't have control. You have information now, do something with it, right? So there's a little bit of enjoyment. The thing about money, you can't feel deprivation with it because it's not an emotion. Your human brain is not wired to feel the loss of money because we've invented money as humans. We didn't invent hunger. We didn't invent thirst. We invented monetary fiat currency. So what can you feel? You can feel the lack in the deprivation of a woman when you can't get women, you can't support a family. And maybe you're young and you can't feel that yet, but I'm telling you 5-10 years from now, you will feel that. So the question is, do you want to fix it now for your future, or do you want to wait and then feel it later when it's too late? All right, on to the next thing. We're going to Facebook, Google, YouTube. What the fuck was I going to teach?
Instagram?
I don't know. There was a point to what I was doing, but.
You want to pull the photo?
Oh. No, I got it. Metrics. Okay, so when it comes to setting appointments, we have time to first contact. We have total outreach, appointment set, appointments shown, number of offers, I wouldn't even say number, I would say percentage offers, percentage closed, percentage cash collected, okay, there's one more I'm forgetting. Oh, time to first contact. So let's say I reach out to 100 people a day. Out of this, I set 2 appointments. Out of the 2 appointments, 1 person shows up. The time to first contact will come later. Now, you're not going to make an offer to everybody. Either the person will hang up the phone, they won't actually want to hear the offer, they're not qualified, but some of the people you do make an offer to. You're not going to make an offer to everyone. So let's say we're gonna break off of this. You've reached out to 1,000 people now. You have set 20 appointments. You have had 10 people show up. out of the 10 people show up, you present offers to 50%, meaning that 5 people have gotten an offer, right? 5 people have gotten an offer. 5 of them didn't, no. And then 5 of the people, yes. Then, percentage of these people have closed. You're going to close, let's say, 70%. 70% close. So, what is 70% of 5? Is that 1 or 2?
Don't put me on the spot.
Bro, I thought you were the human calculator.
I was never good at math.
Yeah. So we got 5 times 0.7. It's 3.5. I'm actually stupid. So we have 3.5. This is the one that matters. All of them matter, but this is my favorite. Let's say our website is $1,500. But you don't collect 100% of this cash. You collect half. It's like $750, right?
Yeah.
So we have 50%. The question is, how much money did you make out of the 1,000 people you talked to? Right? So you have 3.5 people who closed, and you collected cash 50% of the time. So you collected $750 from 3.5 people. So then you multiply 750, which is your percentage of cash collected, right? Or your amount of cash collected times 3.5, which means that you made $2,625. And that means that out of 1,000 people, every time you talk to a human being, you make $2.65.
Good price.
Right? That means you get paid $2.65 per person you talk to. This is how math works, guys. And when it does matter, when you have a big enough data set, and I'm not talking about 1,000, I'm probably adding a few zeros, like 10,000, 100,000, a million. You have a CRM that does this shit for you, then it matters. Right now, don't even worry about it. But if you really want to know, I had a freaking coaching student who's analytical as hell, and they had all these metrics and shit. Doesn't matter. If you have no volume and stuff, your data set will never work because there's not enough data to test it on. But these are the different metrics that I would measure it off. Now, here's the fun part. Time to first contact. When you close a deal, you have a few hours before people start to regret their decision. How many people will refund? How many people will charge back? How many people are going to throw a lawsuit? Whatever. If you're like 10 minutes, that's good. Time to first contact, time to first value. Like, this is good shit. Yeah? Here's a fun part. We look at the close percentage. Is your close percentage high? Yes. But your percentage of cash collected is low. That means that your closing team actually is valuing the close over the amount of cash that they're collecting on call. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I could close you right now. I said, hey, do you want to just put $1 down today? I've closed you. You've given me $1.
Yeah.
But my percentage of cash collected is like 1% or 0.01%. If I'm like, yeah, let's negotiate. You give me $200. What was the percentage of cash collected? It was like super low. But I closed you, so I have like a really high closing rate. This is how you like analyze sales teams, because sometimes you don't even know what the problem is unless you have metrics to back it up. Then percentage of offers. Maybe you present 100% of the offers to people, but no one's qualified. So your closing rate's going to be fucking bottoming out. You present like 100% of the offers, but no one's closing. And then out of that, like no one's even qualified, so you have a low cash collected percentage, right? Somebody has a low offer percentage, like a low offer, like offers pitched, might mean that they actually do a really good job qualifying. They also might do a really good job closing the people that are qualified. If this offer thing is 1%, out of those 1,000 people, you really know that only 1% of them are qualified, and your close rate is 100% of those 1% of people, and that means your cash collected is also 100%. It's like, damn, bro, that's crazy. That's really good, right? Here's a fun quote. Hermosi gave me this one. Thank you, man. Just because they had a heartbeat and a credit card does not mean that they're your clients, and it does not mean you're qualified either. Most people just walk in and say everyone's qualified if you have a credit card and a heartbeat, but that's not true. Like, I've had clients that are bitches, and they're terrible to work with. They like call me every day. They're freaking out. They call me while I'm in the middle of band practice or when I'm in the middle of yoga or at the gym, and they're just asking random stupid questions. You get clients who have way too many asks, who use way too much of your time up. There's this quote too. This is a fun meme that I was like backing off of this. Is like, you have like the $50 client who's like, hey man, what am I gonna get with this? This is a big decision for me and you. I think I need to really access with my wife and I need to figure out what's gonna happen in the next 5-10 years. And then you have the $50,000 client who's like, yeah dude, I just sent the money. And that's it, right? Because the person who spends $50 might be spending like 75% of their net worth. So it like is an emotional attachment to them. But the person who spends $50,000, that might be a day's paycheck.
Like an hour paycheck at that point.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about like client, right? This is an important one. When we're looking at market, one of the biggest variables that I want to talk about is purchase power. Because one of the biggest issues that I have with first clients, I work with young kids, and young kids don't have money. So most of the time I have to negotiate with young kids, right? I have to be like, yo, like, you want to just do it for $100? And that's not fair, man. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to them. The value's not there. It doesn't matter what market you have or what audience you have or who you're targeting. If they don't have the money, it's done. So always try to work with like more wealthier individuals. So we can build websites for fucking eBay, or not eBay, but like, you know, bigger companies that actually have money. Or we can choose to work with poor people. So that's something that I would address there. Let's do some outreach. You guys don't get to see this part because you're not cool. But we're going to basically do outreach. So should